Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 AM, and once again, I'm coming at you with, well, a video. Yeah, much in the vein of my 13 Sentinels news, this one I wouldn't categorize as exciting either. So if you've been with the PlayStation Vita for quite a while now, you'll definitely be familiar with a company called PQube, which for some odd reason I keep wanting to pronounce PQube. Not exactly sure why though. Could just be my love for mispronouncing things. Yeah, I guess I have a secret love for that. Ahem. Anywho, they were an excellent supporter of the PlayStation Vita for many years, bringing us a lot of games over to the West. And when I say a lot of games, I really do mean a lot of games. Many of which did come to the PlayStation Vita. Valkyrie Drive being one of my personal favorites, just saying. Well, it looks like they have come out to publicly state that they have no more plans for future releases for our little handheld, unfortunately. Here's how the article goes. PQube has revealed during a Twitch stream that it has no plans to release further games for the PS Vita. According to the publisher, the last title it wanted to release for PS Vita they couldn't do, as the timing to do it physically was just too tight. And according to the publisher, digital releases for the PS Vita are not viable anymore. The company seemed to take a jab at Sony, saying Sony doesn't like PlayStation Vita games anymore, and the Nintendo Switch is standing up with a sniper rifle while the PS Vita is a gentle bird that can't fly. Again, that statement's coming from them. Still though, ouch. It seems the end of physical cartridge productions in the West in March 2019 will also mark the beginning of the end for the PlayStation Vita in the West. End quote. So again, this news isn't really that surprising. PQ has already announced that they only had one more PlayStation Vita game in the works. This was around the time when Punchline's release date was drawing near, maybe by a couple of months or so. I remember the company saying that yes, we have one more game coming out in the pipeline. Yeah, I don't know. I always like it when companies say it that way. However, now, because of Sony's decision to halt productions of physical cartridges, which I have to say was one of my favorite things about PQube, they really had a passion for bringing the games out both physically and digitally in the West. And you guys know how much I love it when a company tries to give us the best of both worlds. And I do remember them saying that they were going to be bringing one more game over. Unfortunately, though, it looks like that's not going to happen because of the deadline. Not only that, but PQube, for those who don't know, they were also planning to bring another game over called Omega Labyrinth Z. We were going to be getting that game both in the physical format and digital format in the West. I think it was going to be in North America and Europe. Might even have been an Asian English release. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me, guys. But they were really wanting to bring it to as many territories as possible. But then, however, Sony ends up pulling the plug very soon to when the game was supposed to be released, due in fact to their new censorship policies. So in some ways I can understand how PQube is kind of upset with the company. Not only did they lose all that time and money translating and localizing the game for us over here in the West, but also they wanted to bring one more game out, and then because of this cartridge deadline they weren't able to do so. So that's why I can kind of understand why there's some hurt feelings going on with the company. In some ways I can't blame them, because had Sony not done that, we would have had 2 more PlayStation Vita games from them, and they're really known for bringing good quality stuff over. And on that vein, I guess that means that the chances of us getting uppers officially translated over here in the West probably isn't looking so good right now. Now, I'm not saying anything's been 100% confirmed with that, but yeah. However, there is an English fan translation for this game for those of you who have hacked PlayStation Vita, so there's always that route at least. Plus, we can always import games that haven't been brought over by them. But yeah, another bittersweet end to the company. They were one of the last few that were really gung-ho on really supporting our little handheld. Okay guys, I guess I've gabbed on long enough. Let me know what you guys think. Did you kind of see this coming? Were you shocked by it? Maybe you hadn't played any of the games the company had released, which I highly recommend you do. They have a Japanese flair, of course, but they are very high quality and solid titles. Some of which I would say can go toe-to-toe on certain AAA games. Oh yeah, I went there. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time.